All right, let's talk about the incredible engine that powers your every move. We're going to dive into a super simple guide to your leg muscle anatomy, focusing specifically on the hip and thigh. I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about what's happening when you climb stairs? Or even what keeps you from falling over when you're just walking? It all feels pretty automatic, right? Well, the answer is this amazing, powerful network of muscles, and we're about to demystify the most important ones for you. So just think of your leg as a seriously impressive piece of biological machinery. We can break it down into four main zones, as you can see right here. You've got the hip, the thigh, the lower leg, and the foot. For today, we're really going to zero in on the two power players at the top, the hip and the thigh. Okay, let's kick things off at the top with the true engine room of your lower body. Section 1 is all about the hip, and trust me, it really is your powerhouse for pretty much all movement. Now, when we talk about the hip, we have to talk about the stars of the show, the gluteal muscles. You probably know them as the glutes. The two big ones we're looking at are the large gluteus maximus and, right next to it, the gluteus medius. So why is the gluteus maximus such a big deal? Well, for starters, it's the largest muscle in your entire body. Its main job is something called extension. So every single time you stand up, climb stairs, or sprint forward, this is the muscle that's giving you that powerful push. And don't worry, that word extension is really simple. It just means you're increasing the angle between two bones. In this case, think about moving your thigh backward, away from the front of your body. It's the exact opposite of, say, bringing your knee up to your chest. So if the maximus is the powerhouse, the gluteus medius right next to it is the great stabilizer. It might be a bit smaller, but its job is absolutely essential. It keeps your pelvis level while you walk. Without it, you literally waddle side to side with every step you take. And it's not just about the big muscles. Buried a little deeper in the hip, we've got a whole crew of smaller muscles, like the piriformis and quadratus femoris. Think of these guys as the fine-tuning system. They handle the delicate work, like rotating your leg and adding that extra layer of precise stability to the hip joint. Okay, moving on. Let's travel down from the hip and check out the front of the thigh. This is home base for all the muscles that control your knee. When you look at the front of your thigh, what you're really seeing is one super famous team of muscles. They're called the quadriceps femoris, but you and we just call them the quads. And the name itself gives you a huge clue about what's going on here. Quad, as in four. This team is made up of four distinct muscles. You've got the rectus femoris, the vastus lateralis on the outside, the vastus medialis on the inside, and then one hiding underneath it all, the vastus intermedius. But here's the cool part. They all work together to do one main job: straighten your leg at the knee. And hey, here's a great little fun fact for you. See that long, skinny muscle that looks like a ribbon crossing over the quads? That's the sartorius, and it actually holds the record for the longest muscle in the entire human body. It's the one that helps you do things like cross your legs. So we have the hip powerhouse and the thigh controllers. But the real magic, the really cool stuff, happens when they start working together. Let's see how they team up to create movement. Even an action as simple as taking a step is this beautiful, coordinated symphony. First, the hip flexors in the front lift your leg up. Then your quads engage to straighten and control your knee as your foot swings forward. And finally, the glutes fire up to push your whole body forward. Lift, straighten, push. It's a perfect cycle happening over and over again. Phew! So after that quick tour of your upper leg, what are the most important things you need to remember? Let's do a quick recap. First, your hip is your engine, and it's powered by your glutes. That's what gives you forward motion. Second, the front of your thigh, your quads, is all about controlling the knee. And finally, and this is maybe the biggest point, none of these muscles work alone. They operate in a perfectly coordinated symphony that allows you to move. And that is a wrap on our beginner's guide to the hip and thigh. So, my final question for you is, what did you find most surprising? Was it the sheer power of the glutes, the hidden stability role of those deep little hip muscles, or the teamwork of the quads? Let us know down below which muscle group surprised you the most. Thanks for joining this explainer.